everybody, this is Kim with BigSense. It's great to be back, everybody. Are you ready to go ahead and get started? Well, you know how everything works. We first got to take care of that business. So let me start off by saying, for any of you that needs to contact me on any of my social media platforms, you can always contact me through my Facebook business page at BigSense.live, Live. And for those of you that have other ideas, different topics you want me to talk about, be sure and go to info@BigSense.com. And you know, I also have a website, and you can click on my website on my Facebook business page. And that website, you're able to send donations, and you can check out a couple of things that I may have on that page that you're able to purchase. If you're looking for commercials and promotional commercials, you can be sure and take a look at some of the things that I'm doing, and you know, you can put down on whatever it is that you need. And also on my Facebook business page, you're able to contact me and set up an appointment so we can kind of go over some different things to your business needs. Also, for those of you that want me to send out a shout out, or you may want me to talk a little bit about your business and give out your handles while I'm on the podcast, you can contact me also through the Facebook business page. There's a place that you're able to click, and it will take you right to my radio podcast. And you're able to tell me what it is that you need and set up an appointment as well. And we can kind of go over some different things for you, so we can get your business out there so you can start making a little bit of money. Now, I know you like that. Don't forget to check out my TikTok page at Kimberly Rally 83. I see where a couple of people are telling me what they thought about that video that I made for my birthday. Keep it coming. I love to hear from you guys. It's letting me know that I am doing my job, so I can try to send out some more things that you guys may love. And I also want you guys to check out my YouTube channel and look at some of the people that I'm doing business with. You can see some of the things that they're doing out here. You can also get some great ideas, you know, for your own business, so you can set yourself apart from everybody else. My YouTube page is BigSense. Go ahead and add influencer to it so it can pull up and you can take a look at some of the videos that I have done. And I have some videos to come. So, you know, don't sleep on me. Also, you can find me on Instagram, baby_girl_K. And I also, for those people who have Twitter, check me out at Kimberly Rally 47. Now that we have gotten all the business taken care of, let's go ahead and hop right into it. So what I'm going to do is bring out that train. The train is pulling up to the port. So I'm going to need for everybody to come one, come all, get on the train. I got some good news for you. And we're going to ride this thing out. You definitely don't want to miss that. So let me go ahead and use as a topic, stop to smell the roses. That's right, we're going to stop and smell some roses today, everybody. I know you've been waiting on this. Hopefully, I have started opening up people's minds and you're able to see things from a different perspective. And hopefully some of the things that I've been talking about have been able to help you in your growth on your spiritual walk. So I'm still giving everybody a little bit of time to get on this train, so you know we can all board and get ready to get this thing cranked up and get started. Did everybody have a good weekend? You know what? I had a pretty decent weekend. If you check out my Facebook business page, you will have the opportunity to see me doing some runway fashion modeling, everybody. You know what? I have really been living out my dreams doing what I'm doing. I have always wanted to do runway, and I remember my parents allowed me to be able to take some classes in it. And one of the things that I was told was I would never be able to do runway because I was too short. And you know that cut me deep right there. I was too short because they want your models, your runway models, to be 6 feet and up. So I'm short. I'm barely 5'1". So I didn't make the cut. But you know what? If I continue to do what the world tell me to do, I will never have the opportunity to live out my dreams. So I don't mind challenging authority when it's necessary. So you know what? If I can't go to the world's runway, I'll create my own for the people who didn't make the cut for 6 feet. Because we want opportunity as well. We want to strut our stuff. And also, I don't want to leave out the plus size models because you know what? I fit in that area too. Now, let me tell you something. I have been small all of my life and I wanted to gain weight. I did. You know what? Some new avenues opened up for me because now, after I had my children, I did pick up the weight. But you know what? I can still strap my stuff. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at that. So let's just go ahead and get into the topic. Stop to smell the roses. I'm pretty sure everybody have gotten on the train. Let's go ahead and put on our seatbelts and let's take off, everybody. Now, we are busy and it's hard to take a break because we are needed in every arena of our life. When do you stop in order to give back to yourself? So mentally you can be okay. Now, we are in the best time of our life because, well, there's so many different opportunities that's out there for us. And we all have the opportunity to find our place out here in life. Now, this is the position that most Americans are being faced with today. We are being faced with making a decision if we want to work for ourselves or if we want to stay and work for someone else. This is the decision that we're making because, we're in a different arena when it comes to life. We have so many opportunities that we can take part in. We no longer have to stay inside the box. You can now get out of the box. This is your chance to shine, or you may feel like you're doing okay, and you know what? For those of you that feel like everything is fine and this don't have anything to do with you, hey, we have the opportunity to pick our fights. So those of you that is looking for change, this one is for you. I'm talking directly to you. For those people that's ready to do something different in their life. What I have realized is when you work for yourself, it's never ending. You are up early and you go to bed late. These are some of the responsibilities that come along with you making a decision that you want to take that entrepreneur route. Because I know a lot of you are ready to jump out there and share with everybody those wonderful talents that you have, and you're trying on some different shoes to see if you can make some money in it. Because you know what, it gets rough a lot of times when you're working for somebody else, especially when you have ideas and no one cares, because first of all, it's not your business. You're working for somebody. So if they didn't ask you what you thought about it, they definitely don't want to take in what you got to say. They just want you to work. Now, for those of you that want to share those talents, then that sounds like entrepreneurship and you are ready to take on the world on your own. But let me tell you, it definitely comes with a price. Because you have to make sure that all of your T's is crossed and every I is dotted. It seems like there is more responsibility and not enough light in the day. Now, don't get me wrong. Going the entrepreneur route is exciting, but believe me, it's not for the faint at heart. Many ideas may come to mind, but money is always scarce when you decide that you want to step out on your own. Have you noticed that? It is so many things that you have to pay for when you decide to get your own business. You're so busy handing out money to everybody else that you get stuck with an empty bag because it's expensive. So I wouldn't advise anybody just to jump off their jobs, but you do want to continue to put money back because there's a lot of things that you have to pay for on this journey. It's not free. There's a lot of stages that comes along with it because it's a slow hustle. And everybody out there, I'm sure, can agree, who have their own business, you're waiting for that one hit, that one chance that it will blow up, change your finances. You're able to hire in people and hopefully treat them better than some of the jobs that you have worked at. Because you know every job out here don't really cater to their people. But you know what? People who have their own businesses, let me drop a little bit of nugget on you. When you do right by your people, guess what? Your people is going to do right by you. It kind of goes back to what I was talking about the last time I did the show, which was last week. I can't really think right now what that was called. It'll come to me as I continue to talk. But that boomerang, whatever you push out is what comes back in. So if you push out good, good is coming back. And if you push out bad, then you can expect it to come back. Okay, now I know the name of the topic that I had last week. It was called transferring negative energy. So if you checked it out last week, then you know a little bit about what I'm talking about now. So for you big business people, I hope somebody passes this on to you. Do right by your people in order for you to be successful. Now, don't get me wrong. Yeah, you may have bukus of money that's coming in now. But, you know, as you know, when it comes to life, you can't always count on that because sometimes what goes up, it comes down. I've seen in my lifetime many big businesses that I never thought would file bankrupt or walk away. We're seeing it in this day and time. So nobody is too big to go through. That's what I'm trying to help people to understand. You have to do right by people because you need people. We need each other. There's enough room for everybody to make a little bit of money because at the end of the day, we all want to be prosperous. We have families that we have to feed. So I'm just saying, you know, keep those things in mind. Now, don't get me wrong. Going into the entrepreneurship, right, is exciting. It's very exciting, but believe me, again, it's not for the faint at heart. Many ideas may come to mind, but money is always scarce. Again, because you have a lot of things that you have to push out in order to make your business great. You know, there has to be an easier way. It's got to be an easier way in order to break free from the matrix of working for someone else and working for yourself, using your own talents and your own gifts. Nobody is really having this conversation because it's like taboo. And your life will fall apart just thinking about working for yourself. This is what it kind of feel like. So you don't really see a whole lot of people that's just trying to really put it out there that they're working for themselves because nobody wants to compromise themselves. And believe me, I get it. Because just as soon as somebody knows that you're trying to do something different, it seems like your whole world is about to fall apart. Because you know what? It's almost like this energy that don't want anyone to be prosperous or productive. There's an energy that's in the world now that's trying to keep strongholds on the people. And guess who the people is? It's the working poor. That's who we are, the working poor. But we're trying to break out of this matrix because we're not going to stay in. Because we have a right, a God-given right, to be able to make as much, do as much, travel as much as everybody else. We have a choice in the matter. Now, let's change the word entrepreneur. Since everybody look at that as being a little taboo, I got another word. You know I like to come up with other things. We're gonna call it innovators. Yeah, we are innovators. Let's talk about the new millennium. Now that new millennium will be your kids, because they're doing things totally different from the way that we do things. Because you know what, I come from a generation, I'm just gonna say I'm in that 40 plus. I'm not gonna tell you exactly how old I am, but I'm in that 40 plus. And we are a part of that generation to do as you're told. And our children, they are the millenniums. And they don't do as they told. They do what they want to do. Because this is your high-tech babes. They know about the technology. They understand the computers. They can do things with it that we have never even thought about. They are good at what they do. And that's why they're coming fresh out of high school, killing the game. They are making some big money out here because they are high-tech children and they know what they're doing and they use it well to their own advantage. But this is what they don't understand. They don't know how to work their money. They definitely do not. The millennium generation, they have no fear whatsoever. If they feel like you're not giving them what it is that they want, then they will just cut it off and move on somewhere else. Now, people that's in that 40 plus generation, how many of you have walked away from a job? I didn't hear you. Exactly, because that's not what we were taught to do. We were taught to do as we are told and not to stand up for ourselves. That's why you see so many people falling off when they're trying to be the example to help everybody else, but nobody stands up for them. Because we have a great fear. Because we've been told for so long to do as we're told. That's why we don't want to step out and try new things. Just to find out what could possibly happen. What, you gonna find another job? Guess what? You was looking for a job when you found the job that you have right now. Nothing has changed. But your mindset definitely can change if you want better. Because let me tell you something, guys. You can't have better unless you do something different. Yeah, you got to do something different. So those millennials is really showing us up. Now, we do have something to teach them. And one thing is, stop being such a job hopper. You know what? They don't keep a job to save their lives. Now, let me tell you a little bit about my son. Now, my son is 17 years old. So, he haven't been through a whole lot. Because he's got that catcher's mitt. His mama catch him on every end when he mess up and clean it up. That's what we do. The 40 plus, that's what we do. So my son went out on a job interview. And when he got in the car, I'm like, how did it go? Did you get the job? And he was like, yep. And I said, so looks like you're going to make that little bit of change and everything because you got to crawl before you walk. And he's like, what little bit of change? I said, well, how much are you going to be making an hour? And he's like, $10. I said, what? 17 and you making $10 an hour? And he's like, yeah. I said, well, how did you pull that off? He said, because they asked me how much did I want to make and I told them what I wanted to make. I said, okay, is that all it took? He said, well, Mom, I've worked other places doing the same thing that I'm doing now, so I have the experience and I can pull it off. I said, all right then, high five, son. So that's what I'm talking about. The millennium they believe in themselves and they believe that they are supposed to have what they ask and they get it. So this is something that we can learn from them people. We need to make some changes. We need to be some movers and some shakers out here. Because it's rough working for somebody else because I go home tired and baffled. And I know this is not what I was called to do. And I absolutely refuse to do this for the rest of my life because I want to be happy. And another thing that we probably need to look at is, are you really making as much as you want to make to be doing what it is that you're doing? To be struggling and angry and you have lost a full day. Because you know what? We have been told, or we have been put in this box of we all have the same 24 hours as everybody else. And that is not true, because we don't have 24 hours in a day. We only have 8 hours in a day if you just really think about it. We only have 8 hours of daylight is what I'm talking about. The other half of the day is nighttime, and it's time to lay down at that time. So are you really doing what you want to do within your 8 hours? Because you don't have time to put into yourself on the other half, because it's time to go to bed and do it all over again. Now, you know, I'm just giving you something to think about. I'm not telling anybody to do anything, because I don't have a right to do that. But I do want you to kind of think about these things, because we have been conditioned, and it's time for us to stand up for ourselves and our households and figure out truly, what are you called here to do? What do you want to do in your 8 hours of daylight? What do you want to do? And how can it make you some money in order to be able to help not only yourself, but to help your family? So these are just a couple of things that kind of went through my mind that I've been thinking about, you know, because I have more time behind me than I do ahead of me, and I'm just wondering if I still want to keep doing the same thing. Now, don't get me wrong, I definitely enjoy doing what I'm doing right here by giving you guys great information from my aha moments, you know, just to kind of try it on for size to see if there's any other people that's out there thinking the same way that I am thinking. So hopefully this information will reach and touch the right people, and maybe we can all come together and come up with some kind of solution where we can all be happy in making money, that is, and figuring out what we were called here to do and do our due diligent job. So everybody, that's all I really have for us right now. I just got off my old soapbox. So the train is pulling in, and we're moving rather slow, because it's now time for everybody to go to their destination, their own mutual corners, and to continue to do what it is that we do. I have a big show that I'm going to be attending this weekend. I have so many things that I have to do. There are some different shows that's getting ready to come up here in Jackson, Tennessee location, and I absolutely cannot wait to check some of those things out. I'm going to get the opportunity to talk to a couple of people that have been on my BigSense YouTube page, and one person in particular that's on my YouTube page, which is JL, and he's on one of the videos, grown folks want relationships as well. It doesn't quite go that way, but it's along those lines. Well, he's going to be singing, so I'm going to be recording all of that, and I definitely want you guys to check him out. He is something else when it comes to singing, so he will be there. And you also may remember Miss Stephanie Graham. She was on the show as far as creating jobs, and she's an entrepreneur, and this is something that she has put together for different pop-up shops. So you will get the opportunity to see one of the secrets, or one of the things that she came up with in order to help people who own their own businesses. So I want you to see that. She have 300 plus women that is going to attend that show. So you definitely want to see this video that I am going to come out with. You don't want to miss that. I want you guys to see it. So continue to tune in to BigSense. Last but not least, I have some surprises up my sleeve as well that I want everybody to take a look at and take part of. I know you guys are going to love it just as much as I do. So I don't want you to miss it because I'm going to be showing it off and strutting my stuff. Also, last but not least, if you guys remember Miss Tandra Fuller, and she is the one that was on my video. She's an entrepreneur. She owns a clothing store, and she had a fashion show. Well, guess what? She is doing it again. And if you look at my Facebook business page, you will see us strutting our stuff. And guess what? Yours truly, myself, was in that fashion show. So I definitely want you guys to take a look at that. That was so fun and exciting. So one thing that I don't want to leave out is Miss Stephanie Graham, the one that I was telling you about that I'm getting ready to film this time. The name of the show that she is putting on this weekend is called AHY Mix and Mingle, and that is going to be this Saturday at 6, and you would have to get tickets to get in. She is shutting down Jackson, Tennessee with this event. Everybody love to attend because all of your entrepreneurs come out and they all get involved, and we're able to see all the different businesses that's out here that we didn't even know about. So I'm definitely going to be in the place recording and showing you guys some different things and ideas that I have come up with. So last but not least, let me go ahead and go over the business one more time. Check me out on my Facebook business page at BigSense, SENSE.live, so you can keep up with everything that I'm doing. Also, if you have some ideas for me, get in contact with me through my email, info@BigSense.com. On my Facebook business page, you are able to find my website if you want to make any donations or you want to do any kind of business with me. You are able to go on my page and make your payment. I do have Cash App on there for my business. Also, you're able to click on the radio podcast, which we come on at different times under BigSense, and so many other people that is on the podcast with me. You can check us all out. If you're tuning in to me, hey, you can catch me on Thursdays starting at 10 o'clock p.m. and you're skipping, I'm going into rotation probably every 2 to 3 hours. So you'll get a chance to hear me. Also, I have TikTok at Kimberly Rally 83. Check out my videos, my birthday video. I want to hear from you guys. Check me out on Instagram, baby_girl K. I have Twitter at Kimberly Rally 47. So, looks like I have taken care of everything that is needed. I know everybody have come in slowly but surely off the train, and now everybody can begin getting off the train and going on to your mutual corners and your destination. It's a pleasure coming before you guys and listening to some of my ideas. I really enjoy this, and I hope that I'm helping someone as well as helping myself. So, you know how I do this. I can't wait to see you guys in your future. I know you're going to be awesome. I know you're going to blow the top off of this world, showing them who you are and who you can be. You guys are awesome. Get out there in the world, stretch your stuff, and show them what you can do. And as always, I can't wait to see you guys in your future. Love you. Mwah.